Hello, good evening. Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here with me and to join the webinar to see what we can do together to bring peace in this world. Because we can, I know we can really contribute to bringing peace in this world. So I'm so happy you're here with me. Thank you. If you are new, I'm going to do a small talk about what peace is and how we create peace. And then we are going to do the MIR-Method, thinking about the concept of peace. And then it will work in ourselves and in our environment. And possibly also worldwide. Yeah. I'm I was interrupted because I was told the broadcast didn't work, but it does work. So we're going to do the MIR-Method then, and we're going to make sure that we get this peace inside of us and in our surroundings. And thank you for joining me. I'm so interested in where you live. So if you could let me know afterwards on the mirmethod.com website /together, I really would love to know where you are from. Because that's so fun. Such good fun to see people from Canada, from the USA, from England, United Kingdom, Ireland, like also France and Germany. Because people in those countries always speak English, also speak English. So that's, and Australia, New Zealand. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you get inspired tonight. If you are new, we are going to do the MIR-Method, and if you are a participant who has been here before, thank you for coming back, and I hope we create a wonderful energy tonight. What I always see is when we are tuned in together, we make this worldwide network. So it doesn't matter where you are, but everybody, if it is in Australia, Canada, they are connected. And if there's somebody in Ireland, it's connected too. So we make a network together. And when we do the MIR-Method, we load up this MIR-Method, this energy in this network. And so it always goes worldwide. Lovely. All right, and a special welcome to the MIR-Method coaches. Thank you for supporting the people who have a hard time, who are struggling. Thank you for helping them and getting to know the real root causes of their complaints, their ailments, because that really helps. If you want to be a MIR-Method coach, let me check if I have it in the webinar. Oh, it's on the end of the webinar. I can show you 2 courses that are on the website you can follow if you would like to be a MIR-Method coach. All right, when we do the MIR-Method together, we have a strong feeling of connection. So we are connected now. And the MIR-Method always works stronger when you do it in a group. So the MIR-Method has a greater effect now that we are together. And it has a larger effect to the surrounding, to the people around us. And this is all scientific. All these 3 things are scientifically proven by the work of Lynn McTaggart. She has written several books. Also the intention experiment, but also the power of 8. And everything she does is scientifically proven. So isn't that wonderful? To have a good immune system, you need to relax every now and then. You need to detox. You need to have healthy food and water. Drink water, please. Very, very important. And most of all, be cheerful. So laugh, have fun, find things you find pleasurable, cuddle, and write a letter to someone you haven't seen for a long time. Not an email, a letter with paper and pen, or a postcard, or be in the garden and work with some plants. It's such good enjoyment, and it really helps your health system. So I choose to be cheerful as much as I can, because I know it's good for my health. And if I'm not cheerful, I find things that cheer me up, like cheerful music or a comedian. I look at them and then I always find my cheerfulness again. We're going to talk tonight about the Schumann resonance. Here it says in Dutch, I forgot to translate that. Schumann resonance. This is one of the major things why we are creating peace on this planet. We are creating peace on this planet. It is coming. I'm so sure about that. We are going to, we are going to experience it this lifetime. You, this whole group, and me, we are going to experience it. I think that is actually the real purpose why we came to Earth. So it's such a thrilling and exciting time to be here. Now, the Schumann resonance, there's this tennis player, I think you know him, Novak Djokovic. He speaks about the Schumann resonance and he says, oh, that's not translated well. We do not only have a body of flesh and blood and bones, but we are also spiritual and emotional beings who are synchronized and harmonized by the Schumann resonance, 7.83 Hertz. And he says, science proves that above all we are electrical beings. And I have spoken about that before, that when your heart is happy and cheerful and full of gratefulness, thankfulness, then you radiate this electromagnetic wave, this electromagnetic energy. And our body is full of electricity, real electricity. And Novak Djokovic, this tennis player, he knows about this and he uses it to make his performance in tennis much better. So he knows how it works. And so interesting is that this Schumann resonance is actually a frequency that is rising and rising and rising and rising. It's all the time, it is getting higher and higher for the past like 10 years. This is a resonance that has also been measured by NASA, the astronauts. So it's actual scientific resonance you can measure with equipment. Now here's a picture of this Schumann resonance. This is from a long time ago, 7th, 8th and 9th of November 2018. But what you see here has been repeated in the past several years. I'm going to, with the mouse, the arrow you can see moving, that's where the frequency normally is of the Schumann resonance. Up here is the date, 7th of November, 8th of November, 9th of November. And you can see here the normal frequency is suddenly crossed by this huge white beam, and it goes all the way off the scales, because up here it's like 40 Hertz and it goes way beyond that. So this was an energy burst, a sudden heightening of the frequency in our atmosphere. So our total atmosphere had a higher frequency at that moment. Then it became a bit less again. And then look at this, 8th of November, there's this huge energy burst. This means when people are sensitive to it, they can get headaches, they can become nauseous, they can have dizziness, they can have, I think I already said headaches. They can be really sleepy and tired. So this is a good thing to know, that when these frequencies give this burst, this high energy on a day, you can really feel it, you can experience it. And what you need to do is take rest and take good care of yourself, because it's quite an interesting time. These years are quite interesting. And actually the whole planet Earth, is moving through a photon belt at the moment, which is, what I know, is for the first time in history of mankind. So this whole planet Earth is going through this photon belt, and this photon energy rises the energy on Earth. So our frequency is rising and rising and rising. And what happens is, I'm going to put myself large on the screen. So what happens is when the energies rise, all the trauma, all the emotional blockages in your body, they are all squished out like this, as if you were squishing a tube. So it's trauma, like memories come back. You need to deal with emotions that come up, like sadness from childhood, or sudden anger, things you are frustrated about, they come to the surface and you need to deal with it. So there's no more hiding your old traumas, no more hiding your old feelings. Now, if there's a day like that, what you can do is use the first aid of the MIR-Method. It is in one of the courses on the MIR-Method website called Additional Techniques. There's this extra technique you can learn. The first aid you can use when you're totally upset by all these rising frequencies. That's one way. You can also do the 9 steps. Stay calm, stay in peace, and just endure this day, because it will pass. But then you will find that you are somehow cleansed, or you feel freed or liberated, and it sort of gives you a new feeling of being lighter. So usually these days are very good. When the frequencies are really high, it can be suffering, but after that you will feel much better. Yeah. There's another picture I wanted to show. That's the ones that are of today. Yeah, this is 16th, 17th, 18th of March 2022. So that's this today. You see the frequency of the Schumann, which is normal, this green line. You see this little burst. And here there's, I think the technique was off. And here there are other measurements, but you don't see these huge bursts, not these days, a little bit. But these huge bursts will come up again. There's lots of predictions that there are going to be rising frequencies quite a lot. So fasten your seatbelt. But it's a very good news. It's very good news when these rising frequencies are there. Here is a German website where these people in a practice, they measure the frequency of love. And look at the way these curves are going up and up. And this is like from 27th of February till the 16th of March. So that's 2 days ago. But these lines have been climbing for the past year at least, all the time going up. So these frequencies of love are also rising, rising, rising. Do you know what that means? That means that we are heading towards world peace this way. Because if everybody gets into this frequency of love, we cannot be in this anger and sadness and evil stuff. It's impossible to stay in there. You will fall over if you want to stay there. So we are all pushed towards love, if we want it or not, whether we want it or not. Now, how do we create peace? By raising the frequency of Earth, which is happening. How can we do? Well, how can we help? By raising our own frequency. So if you raise your own frequency, you help to raise the frequency of Earth. How do we do that? What is our influence on the raising of the frequencies? We raise our consciousness, which is happening because we have the internet. We can share information. We can share what we think is important in life, like building a career is no longer very important. Becoming really wealthy is no longer very important because people are becoming aware that being with a young child when it's born is so much more valuable than being at work with colleagues and gain a lot of wealth. Doesn't do you very good when you don't have any family or relatives anymore because they don't want to be with you. So there are other things in life that are so much more important. We also raise our frequencies by trauma healing, which we do. We work a lot on ourselves. There are many methods that can help you heal traumas. We do a lot of self-healing. There's more and more information about how to heal yourself. There are so many alternative healing methods you can use. And this is so interesting, through cooperation and compassion. So when there is a country in need, other countries, other civilians in other countries, they express their concerns and they're starting to help. They start to give money. They start to collect all these goods. They are in the church praying together. So this cooperation and compassion for other people actually binds us also. And this gives also a rise in the frequency. Isn't that great? Such a good feeling. Okay, so if you feel unrest, what can you do? You know Nikola Tesla, the inventor? Actually, everything that is, how do you say it, not through a plug, but wireless, is thanks to him, what he invented. So this is a very great inventor. We owe so much to him. We also owe him, we need to thank him for free energy, which is coming, which is going to be released for all. Great. He said, what can you do when you feel unrest? Find peace in yourself. That is what he did. Find peace in yourself and be in silence. So go on a bike, go do some crochet or knitting, go cuddle a grandchild or a pet. Be in silence with yourself, meditate, do the things that make you calm. So switch off the television, switch off the radio, avoid negative people that only give you the talk down, the lowering of frequencies. Just be in silence. Now what can you do? There is this interesting scheme. Scheme is not a diagram. You see 3 circles here. The black circle is, that's you. You are in control of what you eat, what you drink, what time you go to sleep, what kind of furniture you have in your house, who you hang out with. That's your circle of control. That's you. You have influence on that. Then there's this blue circle, and that's the circle of influence. You can try to influence other people. I'm trying to influence you through this webinar. That's my circle of influence. I try to influence my children to behave and the pets to behave. So this circle of influence is, you can try, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But you don't have control over it. You can influence. And then there's this red circle, circle of concern. You can be worried about it, you can be concerned about it, but you can't do anything about it. So there is no need to look at this outside world when you don't have direct influence on it. So you need to let go of that. The MIR method helps you do that, to let go of that. My face is probably over this, no, maybe not over these 3 Post-it. But yeah, not important. I'm looking at the frequencies. The lowest frequencies are shame, guilt, grief, and fear. Look at fear. So many people live in fear, and actually it really lowers their frequencies. So if you live in fear, you need to find the source of your fear. And very often that is television, radio, other people that tell you things. If you stop doing that, stop listening to that, your fear will go away and you will rise your frequency, which is very important for your health. So please examine if you are living in fear or not, and use the MIR method to get this fear out of your system. It shouldn't be there because it really makes you ill. The highest frequencies are love, joy, and peace. Peace is on 600 hertz. You know, actually the MIR method energy is 600 hertz. It's peace. I did not know that in advance. I tested it through muscle testing, and it stopped at 600 hertz. And then I found later this how do you say it? Table of high frequencies. And then I saw peace is at 600 hertz. And the MIR method is striving towards peace in yourself and in the world around you. So that was so beautiful to discover that, how it matched. So please love as much as you can. Love yourself. Love the people around you. Love the flowers and the plants and the animals. But funny is that joy is even higher than love. So please make joy, have pleasure in your life. Do things that are pleasurable to you. All right, we're going to do the MIR method, thinking about peace in your heart and peace in the outside world. Here we go. Step 1. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detach father. Detach father. Detach father. Detach mother. Detach mother. Detach mother. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. I really wish you can feel the energy of peace inside you and you can feel some tranquility inside you. Maybe you will want to go to sleep now. If you have a day ahead of you, I hope you have some nice energy. But please let me know what you felt and write it on mirmethod.com/together, please. Oh yes, if you want to be a MIR-Method coach, look at the course on the MIR-Method website. Look for additional techniques. And there's another one called the deep understanding of the MIR-Method. That's if you want to spread the information about the MIR-Method and you want to be able to explain it to others. Next webinar will be on Friday, April 1st. Haha, April Fool's Day. I'm so curious to know where we are by then. If you like, please leave a comment on mirmethod.com/together. I would like to know what you felt. Did you notice anything or was it quiet inside you? I really would like to know, and tell me where you are from because I'm really curious to know about that too. I hope you have a great evening or a great morning or a great afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time it is with you. And I hope it did you much good. Have a great health, have a great life, and have great fun this week, these 2 weeks. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.